Oh, you ain't gon' never have to struggle. Yeah, mama, you the GOAT. Yeah, yeah. Say my mama, you the GOAT. Yeah, yeah. Say mama, you the GOAT. Say mama, you the GOAT. Yeah, hey yo, yeah. Ren, turn that up.
Hey YouTube, Mama to Go here. So today is June the 8th and I'm out here on the organic farm. So right here is the muscadine vines where you see some of the vines have disconnected. I'm gonna go and put zip ties on them. I'm lift it up, tie it around all the way down. Check each row. It's 6 rows out here. I didn't bring my stand, so I can't really hold my phone and show you guys how to properly do it. If there's anyone out there with muscadine, on their farm or in their backyard. Alright, so to prevent these muscadines from falling, hitting the ground, you see they're real small right now, but they're gonna get big, y'all. And this thing's gonna weigh. And we don't want it, the fruit, any fruits, well, some probably can't prevent everything falling around, but we don't want it to fall. So we're gonna take these zip ties right here, and I'm gonna hook it around and then tie it up top. All right, y'all, see how I did it? Just hook it around the branch and zip tie it over your line, just so your muscadines will not fall to the ground. These right here, they're like 10 years old. These stuff been planted a long time out here. So you see a lot of gap spaces. We did not do that, but is this basically what you call being butchered? All right, these, they're not drooping too bad, but you still don't want it hanging down. Like I said, these grapes, these muscadines rather, they're gonna get big. You see, it's the whole cluster right here. They're gonna get big, and we don't want them to fall, any of these to fall to the ground. All right, do you see the difference that zip tie made? You saw how it looked before and how it looks now. It's more closer to the line, because I forgot what you call these right here. Sorry, I forgot what you call these right here, but they had pulled apart. Sorry, you guys, but they had pretty much snapped apart. I'm gonna have to look up and see what are those, what they're called. See muscadines, and they're so good, y'all. Last year, Dr. Brown, in my interview, he came during my interview. He let me get some off the straight out the line, pick some for me, but it was on Carver Drive, not here in organic. But they were so good, so big and juicy.
The next day.
Good morning. All right, y'all. Today is Wednesday. It's June the 9th. It's a new week. Still, it's a new day. So it's a beautiful day out. See how pretty it is out here? So as you can see, I'm over here by the muscadines. I'm gonna get ready to finish the work that I started yesterday with the zip ties. Yesterday it started raining. I mean, the sky turned gray and it started pouring down raining out here, so I wasn't able to finish the job. But today, this morning, so it's probably a little after 9, and the guys are out here. Ryan is on the 0 turn. Jalen, he has the weed eater going, and I'm gonna finish zipping up the vines all the way down on each row. So y'all come with me. All right, so you see how pretty and green it is out here. These muscadines, some of them have gap spaces, but I think the first 2 rows, they're looking real good. All right, so once you wrap it around the vine, you hook it up and you pull. All right, you saw how it was before. You hook the zip tie on, wrap it around, and then you pull, and that's gonna bring that vine up to the line. And I'm gonna do this all the way down on each row. Alright, this is a good one right here. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, how it starts to droop down and hang down too low. So I'm gonna take the zip ties and bring it up. Okay, do you see the difference? Like, it's no longer drooped down. It's pretty up there, and that one has rose up, but it's not on the ground. Let me tell y'all something, man. When I tell you this losing weight has really been a up and downhill for me for years now. And when you have become accustomed to doing things for so long, it's hard to break bad habits. It's really hard to get out of them, but it's possible, you know. So I can remember being called this nickname in my childhood because I remember when I would have money, my mom gave me money, I would tend to go to the store and buy Little Debbie cakes, Little Debbie snacks, or whatever. So my brother and his friends, they nicknamed me that. We call her Little Debbie. Like, it was never a nickname that stuck all the way, but I just remembered that. And I remember you know, my folks just telling me I was overweight all the time. And I remember seeing this picture of me laying in my mom's bed, and I had on like these girl boxers with the little ruffles. They don't make those like they used to. But I just remember seeing this picture, and I looked at myself and I said, Mom, I wasn't fat. And she was like, no, you weren't fat, but you was big for your age. And I was like, you know, that stuck with me. That telling me that I was fat all the time, constantly. That really just played a huge part in my mental. You know, being told that, oh, you fat, you big. And so I didn't really start losing the weight until I got to college. And then I hit this plateau, and it was just like, man, I struggled so hard to lose that last 10 pounds. And I kept stepping on the scale, and it just like, man, I'm not losing it, I'm gaining weight. I went from 210 to 215, 220, 230. And it was just such a battle to get back down. I just, you know, eventually I just stopped working out altogether. Some of y'all are probably just like me, still fighting this up and down hill of things that have been said or done to you in your childhood, you know. But I just want to let you know this morning that we are more than conquerors. You know, greater is He that's within us than he that's in the world. You know, you can do it. You can achieve any goal that you have in your mind. Like I said before in that first video, if you want to lose this weight, you can do it. Lose it. The sky is not the limit. It ain't nothing. It's nothing too hard for God. Nothing at all. He said He'll give us the desires of our heart. Meaning that if you have in your heart right now a desire to lose weight, that's something that He put in you. Delight yourself in me, and I'll give you the desires of your heart. Delight yourself in me as you delight yourself in me. The more and more you go into God, the more and more He'll begin to give you what He has for you, what He already has predestined for you. You'll begin to want and desire those things. So, y'all, all is well. You know, I know it's hard. You know, Y'all don't know how many times that I have cried, with things that that was out of my control. But this is something that's within my control, and it's within your control as well. It's what you eating, working out. You can work out even if it's just walking. You don't have to get out here and run a whole mile. You don't have to get out here and jog. Just a simple walk. Get your heart rate up. And I think I read somewhere too where it said that walking, you lose just as much calories as you do walking as running. So if you're overweight, you don't want to put that pressure on your joints, on your bones. Just walk. Just begin to walk. So we have to be mindful, what we speak to our kids. I know my parents. I know my mom, she probably didn't mean nothing by it. She was just speaking. But like I said before, words are powerful. They used to say sticks and stone may hurt my bones, but words may never hurt me. That's a lie. It's a lot of things that we're dealing with in our adulthood because of what was said to us in our childhood. So you have to be mindful what you speak to yourself. If you have children, be mindful what you speak to, your children. Even to other people, we have to be mindful what we say. Words have power. Even the Bible says the tongue is the smallest member in our body, but it's the most powerful. Once you speak a thing, you can't take it back. I don't care how much you apologize, it's already out there. You can apologize and it can be sincere, but that word has already did its job. It already cut. The word in itself is like a two-edged sword, going into the deepest marrow. The word of God, it's stronger than a two-edged sword. So that words are powerful. The words are powerful. So we have to know that we are more than conquerors and we are overcomers of anything that we have dealt with, anything that we may be going through right now. You just really have to make up your mind, and speak life into yourself that you can change, you can do it, and you can. Alright, y'all, so I hope you're working up a sweat like I am this morning. Just gotta get out here and do it, even if you don't have a farm, y'all. It can be a garden. You can, or, just, you can do something in your backyard, whatever. Just get out here and move. Just get out. Get outside. We've been cooped up in the house for over a year now, with COVID going on. So it's good to get outside and get a, breathe in, go out, see nature. It's beautiful out here, y'all. Look how pretty it is out here. The wind blowing, birds chirping. Get a peace of mind. Alright, so I lifted that one up. It looks way better than it did before. It's not sitting too close to the ground. Alright, so I'm gonna keep it moving, y'all. Let's work it out. Let's get farm fit. Faith, farming, and fitness. Look at all the cluster of muscadines. You see how they start dropping, y'all? Like, we came out here and put all these vines up across this trellis. Took all the bird nests that was in here down and out. Look at the shade that it produces. And these clusters of fruits. But when we harvest these, they'll be harvested individually. And when they fall on the ground, they drop. it's gonna drop away from the stem. So these muscadines have been out here for years. I think some of the poles like are getting weak, probably a little loose in the ground. So I just had to lift that up and put it back on top of the pole, the wood post. I wasn't able to get the last part of me zip tying the branches on the muscadine trees. My phone got hot and it was lunchtime, so I stopped to drink some water. Right now I'm off of work. I'm actually standing outside of Abadi's daycare, getting ready to walk in and pick him up. So I'm thinking about just going to pick up a salad, but then again I thought about I don't want to spend money because next week I still have his bouncy house to pay for, and just to get some more things. I don't want to just be out here just spending money, but then again I don't really too much feel like making anything, cooking anything right now. But yesterday I did go to the store and I got some spinach and eggs and some little stuff to make a little egg scramble. One thing I do want to do, I know I probably couldn't go cold turkey with it, and I'm not gonna try and sabotage myself, but I eventually want to stop eating meat and probably just stick to eating fish. That is what you call a pescatarian. I know I couldn't be vegan, and I possibly could be vegetarian and just stick to eggs and cheese, like dairy products and stuff like that. But that is something that I do want to do, you know, eventually, and hopefully I can get to that point. So that's probably what I'm gonna eat today. Eat a salad. I really don't feel like cooking. I just want to eat something real quick and take a shower and relax. So I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Thanks for watching.
I'm at the corner, babe. See the goal, see the goal.